Okay. And the gentleman that's seated there, your name?
Edward Salvador II.
Your Honor, we'd like to waive reading of the charges, please.
Okay. One moment. All right, one moment. Okay, we'll waive reading. We'll note the state is asking for a $75,000 bond with pretrial services supervision if posted. And I'll omit reading of the conditions of release. They're apparent on the paperwork. We will hear from the defense.
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Salazar has no prior felony convictions. He has no failures to appear. Pretrial Services has confirmed housing for him, and he is a lifelong resident of Tucson. And his father indicated that he'd be willing to assume third-party custody of Mr. Salazar. So we'd ask for release to pretrial. If the court is not inclined, then we'd ask for significantly reduced bond.
Okay, thank you. State have anything to add?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
Okay. I'm going to set bond in the amount of $50,000. The public offender is appointed. As I said, there are instructions already, conditions of release on the form. And the next court date is June 23rd at 1:30. Public offender appointed, pretrial services supervision if that bond is posted. You're excused.
Ruben. Your Honor, this gentleman needs a Spanish interpreter.
Okay, just hold on, please.
Spanish interpreters on the line.
Okay, thank you. Okay, what's your name, sir?
Su nombre, por favor, señor. Su nombre, por favor, señor.
Ronelí Nicolás.
Rubén, Ani, Nicolás.
Okay, thank you.
Gracias.
This is the one you said you couldn't find the one? Nicolette. Looks like you have a probation hold and a felony hold.
Parece que tiene una orden de arresto de libertad a prueba y también una orden de arresto por algún delito mayor.
Federal detainer.
Y también una orden de arresto federal.
Is this? Does he have new charges? I'm told that there is a superior warrant.
If you could repeat that, please. There's a lot of noise in the background, making it difficult for the interpreter to understand.
Okay. I said that I'm told that he has a superior court warrant. However, we cannot find that warrant.
Parece que le están diciendo al juez que hay una orden de arresto del Tribunal Superior aquí del Condado de Pima, pero no se puede encontrar en este momento.
The county attorney have a copy of the warrant?
La fiscalía
Judge, I'm
tiene
sorry.
una copia de la orden de arresto, perdón, de la orden.
Judge, I'm sorry. I do not have a copy of the warrant. I know that the amount on the warrant was $10,000
How do you know that if you don't have a copy of it?
from the pretrial services
No,
report.
no tengo una copia de la orden de arresto, pero sí tengo una cantidad de $10,000. ¿Cómo sabe de la cantidad si no tienen una copia de la orden?
How does pretrial services know? Do they have a copy of it?
¿Cómo sabe el servicio? ¿Cómo sabe el servicio a juicio? ¿Tienen ellos una copia?
Yes, Your Honor, I do have a copy of the warrant. Would you like me to send it?
Yes, please.
Sí, señor, yo tengo una copia de la orden de arresto. ¿Quiere que se lo mande? Sí, por favor.
In the meantime, the state's asking for a $10,000 bond. Does the defense wish to respond?
Está pidiendo una fianza de $10,000. La abogada o el abogado defensor quiere responder.
Yes, Your Honor. Given the fact that Mr. Nicolet has a probation hold and a federal detainer, we'd ask for a nominal bond for time credit purposes.
Dado el hecho de que el señor Nicolás tiene una orden de arresto por libertad a prueba y también una orden de detención por el gobierno federal, estamos pidiendo que usted exige una fianza nominal.
Does the state wish to respond?
La fiscalía quiere responder.
I don't have a lot to add, Judge. I would just note that from my internal summary, I can see there was a significant amount of fentanyl, meth, and some cocaine here.
All right.
No tengo mucho que agregar, señoría, nada más del resumen que tengo aquí, un resumen interno. Parece que había una cantidad grande de fentanol, metanfetamina y cocaína.
Thank you.
Gracias.
Did that copy come through yet? Okay. Thank you. All right, we have the copy of the warrant now.
Ahora sí tenemos una copia de la orden de arresto.
The warrant lists charges of possession of a narcotic drug, possession of a dangerous drug for sale, possession of a narcotic drug for sale, possession of
Muy bien.
of drug paraphernalia, and another possession of narcotic drug for sale.
Muy bien. Según la orden de arresto, las acusaciones son posesión de una droga narcótica, posesión de una droga peligrosa para la venta, posesión de un narcótico para la venta, posesión de amenículos de droga y otro cargo de posesión de narcóticos para la venta.
And the warrant does list a $10,000 bond.
Y sí da una fianza, sugiere una fianza de $10,000.
Bond is set in the amount of 10,000. Next court
Se
date,
fija la fianza en $10,000. Próxima audiencia.
next court date is June 19th at 1:30 at the public defender.
Oh, no.
Próxima audiencia es 19 de junio a la 1:30. En nombre del abogado defensor para representarlo. Ya con esto, señor, se puede retirar.
Good evening. What is your name?
Carlos Thomas Velasco Jr.
Okay. Mr. Velasco, you have an arrest warrant from Superior Court listing charges of possession of a dangerous drug for sale, narcotic drug for sale, another narcotic drug for sale, possession of a deadly weapon by a prohibited possessor, possession of a deadly weapon during the commission of a felony drug offense, and possession of drug paraphernalia. Warrant lists a bond of $25,000. We'll hear, and there is a felony hold. We'll hear from defense. You're muted.
Your Honor, given the fact that he has a felony hold, he's in custody on other charges, we'd ask for a nominal bond to be set for time for credit purposes.
We'll hear from the state.
I don't have anything to add to my written recommendation. Thank you, Judge.
All right. Bond is set in the amount of $20,000. Pretrial services supervision if posted. June 19th at 1:30, and public defenders appointed. No alcohol or drugs, no firearms or other weapons, and do not return to the incident location. Contact pretrial services officer on the first working day following release. You're excused.
Otherwise, go that way. Then have a seat in front of the camera right here.
Your Honor,
Yes.
Castro refused.
Okay. We'll take note of that. Thank you. Number 6.
Thank you.
Number 5. Okay. Here it is. Okay, that'll be reset for tomorrow.
Did you know we had to get about it? Oh, I did. That's explained it.
Hello, what's your name?
Priscilla Machado.
Machado. You have some arrest warrants out of South Tucson City Court, public nuisance, shoplifting, damage, criminal trespass, and you have a probation hold. So you're gonna remain in custody on that felony, probation hold regardless. I'm setting bond on these misdemeanors, total of 500. Attorney Michael Vaughn will be representing you, and you're gonna be seen at South Tucson City Court on video tomorrow at 10 a.m. You're excused.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Sit, go down, back right corner.
Thank you.
Parker.
Hello, what is your name?
Alicia Parker.
Right. One moment. Parker, you have a warrant on a charge of domestic violence disorderly conduct. This is in Pima County Justice Court, and this warrant is, the offense date is from August 2nd of 2021, and the warrant was a bond of $2,499. You also have a couple of cases in Tucson City Court. These are also old cases. See, disorderly conduct, assault, and this is from the year 2000. And another assault from 2019, failures to appear. On your justice court matter, bond is set in the amount of $2,499. Attorney Jill Gukin is appointed to represent you, and you're going to be seen on this matter tomorrow at 1:00 p.m. on video. As to Tucson City Court, bond is set in the amount of $500, and we're going to set a video review. That'll be June 20th at 1:45. If you are bonded out or otherwise released prior to that date, July 15th, 9 o'clock in person at City Court, Tucson City Court. The city public defender.
The assault is
Stop,
this
stop. Don't talk about it. The city public defender is appointed on the Tucson matters, and all previous conditions of release remain in effect. Don't talk to anybody about the facts of your case other than your lawyer, okay? Not to me, not to anyone else. You're excused.
You'd like to help answer them later, right? You can go out the door and down the stairs, sit with the females, right, man? Miss Booth, you're up.
Hello, what's your name?
Miss Boone,
Miss Booth.
Angelica Boone,
Boone, okay, thank you.
And I'm sure short for 4 days.
It's 103. How many files did you say you had? Boone, you have 17 cases, all with most of which have warrants. In Tucson City Court, you do have one new case, and that case is see, criminal damage, possession of drug paraphernalia, and disorderly conduct. All of this from today. We're going to bring you on that enter not guilty pleas. I'm appointing the city public defender to represent you. Bond is set in the amount of $2,500. You're not to have any contact with any alleged victims today while you do not possess any alcohol or illegal drugs. Video review is set for June 16th at 1:45. If you bond out, July 22nd, 9 o'clock in person at Tucson City Court. You're excused.
No. It's me.
what did you say?
No, 25 no. Chico, you're up.
Hello, what's your name?
William. Chico.
William Chico. Okay, Mr. Chico, you are charged with possession of drug paraphernalia. This is a Tucson City matter, and you also have a probation hold. You're going to remain in custody on that probation hold as per the city court charge. I'm going to order that you not possess or consume any alcohol or illegal drugs. Do not return to the incident location. I am going to release you from custody with a court date at Tucson City Court of August 8th at 9 o'clock a.m. The city public defender is appointed to represent you. That attorney will appear in court on your behalf. You will not be transported to the court though, and the attorney will be in touch with you. Okay, you're excused.
Go out the door downstairs, so miss. On the rolls.
That's 105. Hello, what's your name?
Markresh Muldrow.
You are charged with domestic violence assault. I understand that there is someone on the call that wishes to speak. Please identify yourself and go ahead and talk.
My name is Kente Thomas. I'm her husband, the alleged victim.
Okay.
I just wanted to say for the record, I'm 6'1", I'm 180 pounds, and I also have PTSD. So when I attacked my wife, she was trying to defend herself, and I explained that to the police, but they had to get someone.
Okay, sir. Okay. It is my intent to release her, with the only restriction being that, she not commit any act of domestic violence. So I would suggest that you stop talking and, we're gonna release you, ma'am. Your next court date is July 15th at 1:30, and that will be at Tucson City Court. Okay?
Okay.
All right. You're excused.
Go out the door downstairs, so miss. Or female, sir. Quit it.
Hello, what is your name?
Hello, Michael Riddick.
Riddick. Mr. Riddick, you have some cases in Tucson City Court. You are on probation for domestic violence, disorderly conduct. There is a petition to revoke your probation, and that alleges that you failed to attend review hearings and failed to complete counseling requirements. We're going to enter a denial of those allegations, appoint the city public defender to represent you, and we're going to set a bond in the amount of $500. You will be seen on video on June 16th at 1:45, Tucson City Court. If you bond out, it'll still be the same date and time with what you would show up in person. The city public defender is appointed to represent you on these matters. Okay, you're excused.
That door downstairs, so mills. Wilson.
Hello, what is your name?
I'm a Wilson.
Wilson.
Mendoza. Mendoza.
It's
Mendoza.
You also go by
Fleetwood.
Fleetwood.
Yeah, yeah. They I just got married, so I changed it to Fleetwood, but they got me under I'm a Wilson.
Okay, all right. Your new charge is well, I guess it's not new. The alleged offense date is May 3rd. You were charged with domestic violence, criminal damage. You have a couple of other domestic violence cases that you were supposed to have been in court yesterday and you failed to appear. So a warrant was ordered for you. I'm setting bond in the amount of $1,000. Don't commit any acts of domestic violence. Don't have any contact with Carl Fleetwood and stay away from his home and workplace. The city public defender is appointed to represent you, and you're going to have a video review at Tucson City Court on June 18th at 1:30. If you bond out, it'll still be the same date and time, but with you there in person. You're excused.
There's an order downstairs, so, you know.
Thank you.
Can you pull that? Really go there?
Eric? Is that your name, Eric, correct? What's your name? Eric. Yeah, sit down right here.
Hello, what is your name?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. So here, you will omit the reading of these, one of the charges at least, and the other is failure to obtain ID. State's recommending bond of 15,000 with pretrial services supervision if posted. We'll hear from defense.
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Hare has had no failures to appear in the last 2 years, and he's had no convictions since 1994. We'd ask to release to pretrial services.
All right, we'll hear from the state.
I don't have anything to add to my written recommendation. Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. There are instructions on the form that you will receive, sir. Bond is set in the amount of $1,000. Your court date is June 23rd at 1:30. The public defender is appointed to represent you. Pretrial services supervision if the bond is posted. You're excused. Hello. What's your name?
Hi, Your Honor. My name is Joanna Beltran.
You have a number of warrants in Pima County Justice Court. Charges are shoplifting, trespassing, another shoplifting, another trespassing, theft, shoplifting, shoplifting, and trespassing. You got a warrant for South Tucson City Court, and that one involves assault with injury. Another one from South Tucson, disorderly conduct fighting. And then you've got some cases from Tucson City.
Yeah.
South Tucson City Court bond is set in the amount of $2,499. You're going to be seen tomorrow at 10 a.m. Attorney Michael Vaughn will be representing you on that case. Your justice court cases are, there are 4 of them set at 100 apiece. Attorney Jill Gookin will be representing you on those, and your court date is also tomorrow, but at 1:00 p.m. on video. And Tucson City Court. Let's see what we've got here. Okay, domestic violence, disorderly conduct, and domestic violence assault. And this is from today. Shoplifting. This is from June 3rd. Another shoplifting also from June 3rd. And another shoplifting also from June 3rd.
I don't want to shoplift anymore. I'm done shoplifting.
Yeah, you got some shoplifting cases. Hold on.
One shot, but
Yeah, on your Tucson City Court matters, I'm ordering that do not commit any acts of domestic violence. You are not to have contact of any kind with Jose Matos, and stay away from his home and workplace. No alcohol or illegal drugs. Bond is set in the amount of $500. city public defender appointed. Video review at Tucson City Court is June 18th at 1:30. If you bond out on everything and are released prior to that date, then it'll still be the same date at Tucson City Court, but be there in person. Okay, that's it. You're excused.
Ms. Beltran, you're doing.
Hello, what's your name?
Jabari.
I'm sorry, say again.
Jabari.
Do you have another name to go along with that?
Chippa.
Thank you. Ah, there we go. All right, you're charged with theft of means of transportation. We're going to order that you have no contact with the alleged victim. Stay away from the incident location. The state is recommending that I release you the supervision of pretrial services. And set a court date. No alcohol or illegal drugs. The public defender is appointed. Cooperate with pretrial services. And your next court date is July 2nd at 1:30. You're excused.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Oh, direction.
Gonzalez. Out the door, down the stairs.
Hello, what is your name?
Sergio González Vera.
Say it again a little more slowly.
Sergio González Vera.
Thank you. You are charged with weapons misconduct. We're going to order no alcohol or illegal drugs, no firearms or other weapons. And the state is recommending a $25,000 bond with pretrial services supervision if posted. We'll hear from the defense counsel.
Your Honor, I'd like to make a probable cause argument. I don't believe that there's enough in the interim complaint to suggest that Mr. Gonzalez Vera knew or was knowingly in possession of a weapon. The interim does not have support that charge.
Okay, one moment. Okay, we'll hear from the state.
Judge, the only thing we're missing here is an admission from him that he, which is not required by the statute. There's numerous indicia in the car showing that he possessed the car for longer than the one day he claimed to. The gun was found on a floorboard next to one of his work shirts, and he lied to the police saying that there was no gun. Given all the indicia that's in this car, including his child's car seat, information showing that he possessed it for longer than a day, the floorboard where his work shirt was found right next to the gun, I would argue that he did knowingly possess the weapon.
All right.
Your Honor, given that I would argue that he wasn't lying. He was not aware of the gun, and the gun was in a zippered case, so it was not. It wasn't in plain view of whoever was in the car, and it was his parents' car, and the mother did admit to owning several guns.
All right. Thank you. I'm going to release you the supervision of pretrial services. No alcohol or drugs, no firearms or other weapons, and do not return to the incident location. Your next court date is July 2nd at 1:30. The public defender is appointed, and you all can argue probable cause to the assigned Superior Court judge. You're excused.
I'm sorry, Judge. Can I just make a further finding that there's not enough probable cause to hold him, or is the court making a decision that there is enough probable cause but declining to impose a bond at this time?
I am not making a decision at all on the issue of probable cause. However, I am releasing him, and you all can argue about it at the next court level. You're excused.
Okay, Judge. And if I could just further make my record about why I believe he should be held, I didn't realize the court was taking argument regarding his release conditions yet.
Okay.
So, Judge, I would just point out that he has multiple prior weapons offenses. Looking through his criminal history, it's rather concerning for the state, given the amount of weapons offenses he had. So that was the reason why the state recommended a $25,000 bond in this case. I just wanted to, at the very least, complete my record here, Judge. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. You're excused, sir. Hello, what is your name?
Ignacio Lomelí. Good evening, Judge.
Okay, I want you to say your name again slowly.
It's Ignacio Lomelí. My birthday is 11/11/1991.
Got it. Thank you. Okay, you're charged with possession of narcotic drugs, possession of drug paraphernalia, and with shoplifting. Don't go back to any Walmart store. No contact with the alleged victim, and do not possess or consume any alcohol or illegal drug. The state's recommendation is I release you the supervision of pretrial services. I will do that. Your next court date is July 2nd at 1:30. The public defender is appointed to represent you. You're excused.
Your Honor, Mr. Lomanlee appears to be steps eligible. Could we set up a steps hearing for him?
Okay. Well, does the state agree that he is steps eligible?
May I just have a moment to look, Judge?
Okay, I see pretrial services think so.
Yes, I believe he is, Judge. Thank you.
Okay, all right. Step then, let me read the statement about steps. I'm going to read a statement to you, sir, followed up by a question. Please answer yes or no. You may be eligible to participate in a diversion program called STEPS that requires you to to participate in a plan specific to your needs for a short time. If you choose to participate and complete the program, these felony drug accusations in your arrest report will be permanently dismissed without you ever being formally charged. Are you interested in getting released from jail custody now and learning more about the STEPS program at your next hearing?
Yes.
Okay. STEPS hearing is June 19th at 9. Does the defense waive time for the prelim?
Yes, Your Honor.
So then that will be July 28th at 1:30. So let's adjust the date.
What date was the steps hearing set for?
That's set for June 19th at 9.
Thank you, Your Honor.
July. All right, you're excused.
Thank you. Up the door, downstairs, here from there. Lozano, Daphne.
Hello,
Hello, what's your name?
Jasmine Lozano.
Okay. You are charged with promoting prison contraband. That's a felony. And then you have some misdemeanor cases from Tucson City Court. As to the felony. Oh, and you have a Department of Corrections hold. The state's recommended a nominal bond for time credit. We'll do 500. And your next court date is June 23rd at 1:30. Don't have contact with the, well, no alcohol or illegal drugs. Okay, and then the city court matters. Okay, today you were charged with trespassing and with disorderly conduct. Let's see what that was about. Back on May 31st, you were charged with trespassing and you failed to appear in court, which is another criminal charge. And May 25th, shoplifting, disorderly conduct, disrupting a meeting, and trespassing. Hold on a minute. Okay, on the city matters, no alcohol or illegal drugs, don't have any contact with any alleged victim, do not return to the incident location except the one instance for medical emergencies. I am releasing you with those conditions. Your next court date at city court is August 8th at 9 o'clock. I'm also appointing the city public defender to represent you. And you will not be transported at Tucson City Court, but your attorney will be there representing your interests. Okay, you're excused.
Thank you. Have a nice day. Thanks.
All right, thank you. Can I just hold on? There you go.
Corey.
Okay, what is it now? I believe I told her that I was holding 100 down. I got 100. Hello, what's your name?
Hello, Your Honor. I'm Corey Maldonado.
Okay, one moment. Maldonado. You're charged with being a prohibited possessor of a weapon. States, I'm going to order that you not possess any firearms or other weapons, as well as no alcohol or illegal drugs. Contact your assigned probation officer on the first working day following your release from custody. And you are on felony probation. State's asking for a $25,000 bond with pretrial services supervision. If posted, we'll hear from defense.
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Maldonado has had no failures to appear in the last 2 years. He is employed full time. We'd ask for release of pretrial services.
Okay, let's hear from the state.
Judge, he's on probation and possessing a weapon. I noticed that all of his felony prior convictions, the one he's on probation for, are from New Mexico, which indicates to me he lacks ties to the Tucson community. So for those reasons, we're recommending a $25,000 bond.
All right, thank you. Bond is set in the amount of $25,000 with pretrial services supervision if posted. June 23rd, 1:30, public defender appointed. You're excused.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You're downstairs, sir. See what you can help.
Hello, what's your name?
Jessica Ann Morales.
Morales, charged with domestic violence, or aggravated domestic violence. State's recommending that I hold you without bond. We'll hear from the defense attorney.
Your Honor, given the state's position on no bond, we'd ask for a no bond hearing to be set.
Okay. Just a minute. No bond hearing is June 17th at 2:30. Preliminary hearing is June 23rd at 1:30. Legal defender appointed. No alcohol or drugs, no firearms or weapons. And let's see. And no acts of domestic violence. And no, oh no. Okay, that'll be it. Thank you. You're excused.
Okay.
You're going out that door downstairs.
Sure is.
Hello, what's your name?
Edgar Perez.
You have an arrest warrant, sir, out of Pima County Superior Court, charged with narcotic drug violation and drug paraphernalia violation. The warrant lists a bond of 500. You apparently are on federal probation. State recommending pretrial services supervision along with a nominal bond. Set bond in the amount of 500. Court date is June 19th at 1:30, and the public defender is appointed. Contact assigned probation officer on the first working day following release. Okay. No alcohol or drugs and no firearms or other weapons. And public defender appointed. You're excused.
Downstairs, so the most doors.
Hello, what's your name?
Paul Torres.
Mr. Torres, you are charged with aggravated shoplifting, 2 counts. Order that you not return to any Walmart store, no contact with the alleged victims, no alcohol or drugs, and no firearms or other weapons. The state is recommending release to pretrial services supervision, which we will do. Your next court date is July 2nd at 1:30, and the public defender is appointed to represent you. You're excused.
Thank you.
Downstairs, so it mails. Thank you. Yeah. Is there going to be right here?
Hello, what's your name?
Zachary Constantine.
Okay, one moment.
Your Honor, since the felonies appear to be done, may I be excused?
Yeah. You have a drug paraphernalia violation, alleged violation out of Copper Corridor Justice Court, and listing a bond of $1,430 cash. You also have a probation hold So you will be held regardless. $1,000 bond on the Copper Corridor matter. And review hearing is set for June 26th at 10:30. You're excused. Okay. Have a good evening.
Your Honor, we have one more. Alice Iwari.
Okay, hold on. Hello, what is your name?
I'm Morales.
You're charged with possession of drug paraphernalia, Tucson City Court. You have a felony hold as well. I'm gonna order no alcohol or illegal drugs. Don't go back to the incident location. I'm releasing you on the city court matter and appointing the city public defender to represent you. And we're gonna set a court date of August 8th at 9 o'clock. And you will not be brought to city court. However, your attorney will be there representing you. And you are excused.
Ready.
You're welcome. Okay. Have a good evening.
Thank you.
Have a good night, Judge. Thank you.